My name is Ted Dabrowski, I am with the Illinois Policy Institute. But making the situation worse are proposals such as the one by CCPA to ask for even more taxes, as if more taxes are going to solve our problem. They're doing that by promoting the next big tax hike, and they're calling it a fair tax. They're calling it a tax on the rich. But the reality is it's a ploy to raise taxes and tax rates on 85% of all Illinoisans. And not only that, they want to make the 2011 tax hike permanent and raise marginal tax rates as high as 11%. That is not the solution for Illinois. And it also means another tax hike would mean that we would never hold Springfield accountable for the 2011 tax hike. Because that tax hike, as we'll talk about in a minute, has been a disaster. Proponents of that tax hike promised that if we would give them a temporary tax hike, they would pay down the $8 billion in unpaid bills. They said that our economy would be healthy again. You can look at the promises, lots of quotes out there from the proponents of the tax hike. They promised that our pensions would be in a better situation. But now it's nearly 3 years later, and $18 billion more in the hands of Mike Madigan and the General Assembly. And by the end of the year, we will have $9 billion in unpaid bills. We will have $17 billion more in unfunded liabilities than we did when the tax hike started. We've had 5 credit downgrades since then. And I think worst of all, we're the second highest in unemployment in the nation. We don't have a revenue problem. That was an additional $18 billion in revenue. We don't have a revenue problem, we have a spending problem, and we have a waste problem.
There could be a lot of debate over what fairness is if you just want to use your normative values. But if you want to use fiscal policy as agreed upon by economists, fairness is defined as progressive, as a tax system that imposes a greater tax burden on more affluent individuals or lower moderate income individuals, when tax burden is measured as a percentage of income. To make it fair, you want to focus your taxes on that demographic which has the not just largest incomes, but the fastest growing incomes. So people are paying their taxes out of their growing wealth. Not on low and moderate income families who are paying taxes, in this case, per the economy, out of their growing poverty.